one live.
Hey, salam al-Masih. God bless you all on this beautiful, beautiful Sunday afternoon. I first off want to apologize because I'm not on cam today. I was going to be, but I had to go into work for a little bit. I'm home for a couple hours, and then I've got to go back into work for a few more hours tonight. Just a few things need to be done at work. I was going to cancel tonight or today's live stream, but I was able to get a couple hours off of work so that I was able to come home, do the live stream, and then go back to work. So I was able to do the live stream today. So thank God for providing the ability and the time for me to be able to do this live stream today. So did GodLogic get cooked? That is the question that we going to answer today. A lot of people are out there saying that Logic done got cooked. I don't know. Hey, I know we're all GodLogic fans, right? Hey, I'm just saying, today might be the day. I told y'all in 2025, I was going to find that one time that either GodLogic lied or he got cooked. And this is going to be the mission of one-way apologetics in 2025. Y'all are, all these Muslims out there are saying that they cook in GodLogic. They cook in GodLogic. That GodLogic's lying here. GodLogic's lying there. Well, so far, GodLogic has done ringing names in their head because GodLogic has not lied and has not been cooked yet. I'm not saying it can't happen. I ain't saying it can't happen. All I'm saying is I haven't witnessed it yet. I haven't witnessed it yet. But hey, today, that's right, today, well, we gonna find out if Logic done got cooked or if he done fired up the grill and he was cooking some Muslims. So, without further ado, I will bring to you the video that we're going to be reviewing. All right, so let's share Sandra's screen here. All right, so here we go. We got it? Yeah, we do. All right, here we go.
Is that logic? You absolutely butchered my original argument because I never said that. Jerome says there are variations that lead to theological issues. No, what I said, go on mute. I have the whole thing recorded. Go on mute. I have it all on record.
Whoa. Central. Oh, you getting all feisty early in this video, Central. You're getting all feisty. But what did you just say here, Central? I just want to make sure that what we heard was accurate. So Central is trying to say that GodLogic is creating a straw man argument and not representing his argument properly. So let's hear what.
The only thing I will say is that logic, you absolutely butchered my original argument, because I never said that. Jerome says there are variations that lead to theological issues. No, what I said.
So, as you see on the screen, he says here, I never said that. Jerome says that there are variations, textual variants, that lead to theological issues. So this is important, y'all. I want everybody to remember. Central is making the claim that he never said that Jerome said that textual variants lead to theological issues. That's the claim. But let me go ahead and play this first one. Let me just see if that's true.
Can you explain to me why St. Jerome argued that the textual variants could lead to theological issues?
What? What did I just hear, man? What did I just hear? Come on now, man. Come on now, Central. Don't be telling me that you just made that argument that you said you didn't make. Now, let me go back here again. I want to make sure that we're getting this properly.
Can you explain to me why St. Jerome argued that the textual variants could lead to theological issues?
So he is saying that Jerome says that textual variants lead to theological differences. That's what he said. That's what he said, y'all. But let's go back over here and let's see what Central said again here.
The only thing I will say is that logic, you absolutely butchered my original argument, because I never said that. Jerome says there are variations that lead to theological issues. No. What?
Come on, man. Come on, man. So, you know what, GodLogic? How dare you, GodLogic? How dare you use Central's argument against him? How dare you, Logic, use his exact words, word for word against... Hey, I almost see where Central's coming from on this one. He's like, hey, this guy is representing my argument better than I did. Like, and this is half of the problem with Muslims, and especially Central, because Central reads as good as his prophet, right? So what actually happened is in his Discord server, he had a few people probably write in there, oh, Jerome says that textual variants cause this and this and this and this. So he wanted to go on stage and try it out. Hey, if he's going to put it on his Discord for $9.99, he's going to have to try it out, right? So these are the arguments that you Muslims are paying $9.99 for. Because, oh, sorry, y'all. It was $20. It was $19.99. Remember, y'all, for his Discord? He dropped it half price. Just so he could get more people. He dropped it half price to see if he could get more people. Sadly to say, he hasn't yet, though. All right, so what we're going to do is we're actually going to listen to the first discussion with Central and GodLogic, because Logic done cooks this man bad in this one.
Can you explain to me why St. Jerome argued that the textual variants could lead to theological issues?
I haven't read St. Jerome, so I wouldn't be able to tell you.
But you earlier said you accept from church fathers, so you would take from St. Jerome.
Well, I said I'm studying them.
Sure. So just like you quoted Jalalain for the other brother, he addressed it to you, correct? Even though he didn't have to, because Jalalain is...
Yeah, he's familiar with Jalalain.
Okay, are you familiar with Jerome? Do you know who he is?
No, I just said I haven't read that, so I'm not familiar with that.
So you don't know who Jerome is?
I just told you that. Are you okay?
No, I'm completely fine. I'm just asking you.
All right. So let's move on. Let's move on to the next thing now.
No, I'm not moving on. I got you exactly right where I want you. Do you know
how?
Do you know who Jerome is?
Are you okay?
Yeah.
So Central thinks that if you know who Jerome is, that you must know everything that Jerome wrote. Again, this is another fallacy. Yes, we know who Jerome is. We can know who Jerome is by being a church father. We can know what he done without knowing every possible thing that he said. See, the problem here is he thinks that Avery has to be word for word with everything that he says. I ain't going to have that. Right? What did he, sorry about here. We got a super chat. It says that Damian Foster says that the only imam I want to hear review Logic. I want to hear review Logic's video. Imam Claus, y'all. Salam al-Masih, brothers and sisters. That's right. It's the only imam that anyone wants to hear reviewing of GodLogic's videos, because we had that imposter, that Muslim imposter that was trying to say, he was trying to say that he was an imam. But we all know he ain't the imam. We all know who the only imam of the original Quran-only Christians is. That's right, y'all. That's Imam Claus, or Imam One Way Apologetics. Say, Salam al-Masih, Damian Foster. Thank you so much for the super chat. So here's Central thinks that just because you know Jerome, you have to know everything that this man read. So let's continue, because this is, he actually thinks that he's got Logic in a corner, and Logic's actually toying with him right now. Watch.
Yeah, I'm completely fine.
All right, so what did I just say?
So wait a minute. So you know Jalalain, but you don't know Jerome.
I don't know Jalalain fully.
Okay, so why would you quote someone you don't know?
I'm using the Islamic source.
Okay,
So
and
you
I'm
have an
using
Islamic source. Hold on, excuse me. Hold on a second.
Go ahead, finish.
You have an Islamic source. You have an Islamic source that brings up a list of tafsir. So that's what I showed on the page. And just like Mazen said, oh, well, okay, I see that Jalalain's on the screen. I don't take from Jalalain. He's a deviant. I said, okay, fine. No problem.
Are you done?
So what is your response to that?
Yeah, thank you. So you quote Jalalain, a heretic, to one of the brothers, and you expect him to respond. You don't ask whether he knows who he is or not. You just know him off the top of your head. You know Jalalain. But when I come up and ask you about Jerome, who is a prominent church father figure in your religion, suddenly you have amnesia. You don't know who he is. No, now
am I supposed to know every single Christian scholar, Central?
Go ahead.
So now is your chance to answer, since you said I didn't pose a
No,
question.
you don't run the panel logic. You don't run the line of questioning. You're trying to evade my line of questioning. So calm down and let me rephrase. You quoted Muslim scholarship to the brother that was up here, Mazen. Okay? Then when I came up here and when I quoted Christian church fathers to you, you suddenly have amnesia. You don't know who Jerome is. You don't know who Augustine is. You don't know these church fathers. You're looking into them, but you expect a Muslim to give you an answer. So I'll ask you one more time. Are you familiar with who Saint Jerome is? Yes or no?
Now I'm about to respond to this because you're misrepresenting me and everything that went on prior.
It's a yes or no question.
Yeah, I know. You don't run this. You don't run the line.
It's a yes or no question. Do you know who Jerome is?
Since you can't answer the question, I'm gonna just respond.
Do you know who Jerome is?
Can you stop interrupting me now?
Can you answer the question though?
Jada. So you come up here misrepresenting the whole conversation that went on prior. I didn't hold Mazen to Jalalain. I didn't hold him to that. And so when I read it to him, he himself said that Jalalain is not an authority on me because he's a deviant. He doesn't, follow my school of thought. He's a Sufi or whatever. So I'm like, okay. I didn't hold him to that. I didn't pressure him on Jalalain and force him to tell me who he is or whatever. We were having a smooth conversation. I was genuinely curious. Like, oh, why is that? Oh, okay, I see. Oh, well, all right, I'll take your word for it. I didn't hold him to it. I allowed him to have his authority on who he was familiar with.
Actually, I'll pause it right here because my big brother Scott, my milk brother, is 100% correct. I think big brother Scott is down there just laughing. Are we getting you ready for the Super Bowl today, Scott? Are we getting you ready today, brother? That's right, brother. Jalalain is a heretic. Did y'all know that Jalalain is just simply one person? I didn't. I thought there was two Jalals. So I'm going to go ahead and read Study's comment here. He says, Jalal is a heretic, LOL. He doesn't know who Jalalain is. There are two Jalals. And no, they are not heretics. That is correct. They are not heretics. And there are two, not one, two Jalals. So this just shows how stupid Central truly is, of course, right? That's hilarious. And I'm just going to give you a quick shout out here. Thank you so much for sending the super chat in to my milk brother. He says, Happy Lord's Day, everyone. Happy Lord's Day to you, my milk brother. Salam al-Masih to everybody that's joining in. and I am on Facebook and on YouTube. I want to say salam al-Masih to anyone that's joined me over there on Facebook as well. And to the rest of y'all over here on YouTube, salam al-Masih to you. Let's get back into this and let's see Avery. Let's see if Avery gets cooked or if Avery's doing the cooking here. Hi.
And use whoever his authority was. I didn't hold him to it.
But even though
So if you're bringing up saying, why does St. Jerome say this? And I say, hold on, Central. You bring up St. Jerome, and I say, I haven't read St. Jerome, so I wouldn't be able to tell you why he's saying what he's saying. I don't know the context. I don't know what you're talking about. That's not me being hypocritical when I brought up a tafsir earlier that Mazen was familiar with but didn't accept.
Okay, logic.
Can you engage with what I'm saying?
Yes,
so do I have to know every Christian scholar in order to have a conversation or pull up a tafsir?
No, just like a Muslim doesn't have to know every Muslim.
So you have a non-argument.
Calm down.
So what's your real argument?
Stop hyperventilating, dude.
Yeah, so what's your real argument?
Relax. I let you speak. Relax.
What's your real argument?
Calm down. Relax. It's just me, man. It's just sense.
Yeah, I'm hoping you can actually bring it
down, man.
Instead of misrepresenting it.
Relax, man. So relax, okay? So the point I'm trying to make is Logic has no idea who Jalalain is. He's never looked into Jalalain. Yet, when it comes to backing his argument up, making his argument stronger, he doesn't have an issue referring to Jalalain. The reason I came up is Logic said we don't have any manuscripts that have any variants that would differ our theological view on the Christian theology. So I came up to challenge that. And I started by quoting St. Jerome, and this guy automatically said, well, I don't really know who that is. Well, you don't really know who Jalalain is either, but you still quoted him. So you should have no issue for me quoting someone.
You don't even know who Jalalain is, and he's your scholar, idiot. There's two of them, not one, stupid. Come on, like, you gotta see the irony in this argumentation. He don't even know who Jalalain is, right? This Quranic commentary is one of the most popular tafsir in the Islamic world, perhaps the most popular tafsir. Yes, this is so brutal. Hey, Muslims, if this is what you believe GodLogic being cooked is, come on now.
Someone like Jerome, someone like Augustine, even though I don't know them fully, you don't know them fully, it's still one of your Christian sources and references. And therefore, I would like for you to address St. Augustine on the Christian doctrine.
Mazen, ever since he brought that up, he said he's not his authority, so I won't use him. When you brought up St. Jerome, and now you're bringing up Augustine, so you're shuffling from Jerome. You brought up St. Jerome, and you said, why does St. Jerome say that there are textual variants that have theological differences or that threaten theological differences? Why does he say that? I said, I haven't read what St. Jerome said, so I wouldn't be able to tell you what he's talking about if he said that. So I don't know what he said. I'm not familiar with his work. I haven't read it.
Central, can you quote?
That's not me throwing St. Jerome under the bus. That's not me saying that St. Jerome's not an authority or whatever. I just simply said, I'm not familiar with what St. Jerome is talking about there. I would like for you to bring up the quote, bring up the paragraph, show it on the screen because you're known for lying. Show it on the screen. Let's read the whole thing.
Sister, can you bring the brother Mazen back up? Because you just lied to an entire 400 and something people. Can you bring Mazen back up?
Let's see if I did.
2 seconds. I just have a line, one or two questions for him. I believe the brother's requesting.
So you don't have St. Jerome's quote in that?
Don't worry about it. You don't know who Jerome is. You don't even know who.
Can you pull it up?
Who Augustine is.
Pull up his writing.
Go on mute. Pull up
what he said.
Go on mute. Be a good boy.
Pull up what he said.
I was on mute the entire time you spoke.
And you're not bringing a point.
Can you bring up the brother Mazen?
Nice. So do you have St. Jerome's?
So far right here, we see Central not wanting to address the argumentation. So what we now going to do is we're going to go back over here to the video that we was watching, and we're going to watch Central getting his butt handed to him.
The only thing I will say is that Logic, you absolutely butchered my original argument, because I never said that. Jerome says there are variations that lead to theological issues. No, what I said.
Actually, Central, you did, idiot. That's how stupid you are. You don't even remember what you say. That's one reason why I wanted to do this live stream, is just to show that, yes, he did say it, and now he's trying to back out of it because he knows that Jerome did not say that.
Go on mute. I have the whole thing recorded. Go on mute. I have it all on recorded, so I'll post it. Don't worry. So I never said Jerome explicitly says that there are variations that lead to theological issues. No, what I said is Jerome argues that there are additions, subtractions, things that were added in, things that were taken out. And I quoted where he says that people did it for their desire. And then I said that that would lead to theological implications. And then when I quoted you New Testament scholarship that agrees and they quote St. Jerome, you said, oh, now he's pushing the goalpost. No, we didn't push your mic.
1 second.
Relax a little bit.
Stop it, guys. Okay, finish up your point, Central. Then we're going to go over to logic.
Yeah. So like I said, number one, I never said Jerome literally says that there are
He's literally just repeating.
Can you shut the fuck up?
He's just repeating it.
Can you shut up?
Are you of the opinion that textual variants?
Aw, did you get mad, Central? Aw, did you get mad? Are you cussing on the live stream now, Central, because you done got caught by Logic lying? Oh, isn't this funny? You see how Muslims react when they get called out for lying right there, right? He's like, yeah, F this, F that, like he's some type of gangster. He that gangster now. He that tough guy now. He that tough guy that was going to pull up on Logic when he got to New York. Oh, he was going to come up and slap King Drake upside the face. Oh, but when Logic and King Drake got to New York City, somehow Central was nowhere to be found. Weirdly enough. So, hey. So now you wanted to bring this up. So I'm not going to speak on the J and the DOC YouTube. But what I would ask for is everybody to pray for J and DOC. I'm not going to reveal anything. What you need to do is you need to follow J and DOC over on X. Over there, you will have a bunch of updates from J and DOC. Now, I am in contact with J through Telegram and whatnot. So I just don't want to get into too much until he asks me to. That's all right. So if you want to find out about J and DOC, go ahead and check them out on X. All right, let's get back into this.
Calls a book to be unreliable?
That was my question.
Avery. No, you heard what I said, so I'm...
No. Hold on. You said that your manuscripts are consistent.
Yeah, and I finished it off by saying that textual variants don't make a book unreliable, and I don't think that you as Muslims would or should have that position either.
I'm not arguing whether it makes a book reliable or not. I'm just
okay. So just to be clear, you agree that textual variants don't make a book unreliable, right?
It depends on whether those textual variants are theological differences. Okay. Now, nevertheless, you did say that your textual variants, or I'm sorry, nevertheless, you said that you have consistency within your manuscripts.
Is there a theological inconsistency in our manuscripts?
Is there a reason why you won't answer the question?
All right, you repeated what I said. So I'm asking you, do you have a theological inconsistency in our manuscripts?
I would like for you to answer the question. Is that what you said? Yes or no?
You already heard what I said. You repeated it.
I'll reiterate. Did you or did you not say?
Yeah, go ahead. So answer the question. Do you have a manuscript that has a theological inconsistency? That's
not my argument. Stop strawmanning.
Okay, well that's my argument.
No, you made a statement earlier that your manuscripts are consistent.
In what way did I say?
It doesn't matter. You made a statement.
Oh, it doesn't matter. It matters. It matters in what way you said it, but it doesn't matter what way I said it. You said you were listening.
Okay, so are your manuscripts consistent?
My manuscripts are theologically consistent. They have the same message in theology.
So you want to rephrase what you said?
No, I said this before. If you didn't hear that, then that's on you.
No, what you said is our manuscripts are consistent.
Continue. Finish what I said.
You said in a way that they don't change the theological meanings.
Oh,
and then you said, say that. And then 1 second, and then.
So he just said, let me go ahead and back this up. Just let me go ahead and back this up just a few seconds here. This is this is the problem with Central. He's so stupid, he doesn't even listen to his opponents. So he's arguing that Avery is not saying something that he actually said and then repeats what Avery said. Let me go back here.
But it doesn't matter what way I said it. You said you were listening.
Okay, so are your manuscripts consistent?
My manuscripts are theologically consistent. They have the same message in theology.
So he's saying here, since Logic said that the manuscripts are theologically consistent, somehow he changes his view from his previous statement. So remember, Logic's claim was that the manuscripts that we have do not contain theological differences, that they are theologically consistent with one another. So, let's see what Central's saying that he said.
You want to rephrase what you said?
No, I said this before. If you didn't hear that, then that's on you.
No, you said what you said is our manuscripts are consistent in
And what continue? Finish what I
you said in a way that they don't change the theological meanings.
Oh,
That's exactly what he said, Central. You an idiot. You an idiot. You just refuted yourself with logic's own words, you idiot. You know, see, this is why I love doing these reviews. These Muslims are so stupid, they don't remember what we say. They don't even remember what they say in the debate. Man, this is the second time within 30 minutes that this numpkey just botched the whole debate. Is this the best you got out there, Muslims? Muslims, is this the best you got? Like, come on now. If I had a Christian brother that was doing this bad, I would have to tell him, you know what, man, you got to stop going on these. You got to stop going on these panels, man. You're making our religion look bad. Where are all his Muslim friends? Where are all his Muslim friends giving him that information? They got to know that Central is making them all look bad here. Like, if you've noticed, not one Muslim has joined this stage to help him. They're like, nah, man, nah, Central, you out on that island by yourself. We ain't coming out to save you on this one. Like, come on, Muslims. You letting this man drown out here, Muslims. You letting this man drown. All right. So now that we found that now Central just repeated basically the same thing what Avery just said, my whole question here is, what is this textual variant? What is this textual variant that apparently changes some theological ideas in the Bible? What is it?
And then you said, and then 1 second, and then you said, you try to flip it back onto the Muslims, and then you said, and you as Muslims would agree as well, correct?
so then where's your contention?
Okay. I'm specifically honing in on you saying that your manuscripts are consistent.
In what way did I say they're consistent?
Okay, in theological matters. Now, I'm asking you, are they consistent?
They are consistent
General.
theologically.
Okay.
That's what matters.
So can you explain to me why St. Jerome argued that the textual variants could lead to theological issues? The reason I came up is logic said we don't have any manuscripts that have any variants that would differ our theological view on the Christian theology. So I came up to challenge that. And I started by quoting St. Jerome.
When you brought up St. Jerome, and now you're bringing up Augustine, so you're shuffling from Jerome, you brought up St. Jerome. And you said, why does St. Jerome say that there are textual variants that have theological differences or that threaten theological differences? Why does he say that? I said, I haven't read what St. Jerome said, so I wouldn't be able to tell you what he's talking about if he said that.
St. Jerome, what's the reference? The reference? I'll put it.
Yeah, tell us what the reference is. We'll look it up.
Thank you. It's Jerome's commentary on the Gospel of Matthew. And you can look up.
What's the source?
That's the source, you donut. Jerome's dialogue against the Pelagians, book 2, chapter 17.
All right, so slow down. So let's type
deal with it. Go ahead.
Wait,
so you said Jerome's commentary.
What page is it, Central?
Hey, I'm just warn Central. I'm a warn Central right now. Oh, hey, I just come back to the chat. Oh, the next Zakir Nick. Oh, we got some issues today, brother. Oh, we got some issues today. You done coming in my live stream. You done calling out my Cowboys. Come on now. What are we doing here, man? What are we doing here, man? The Cowboys will be winning the Super Bowl next year. That's right. The mom said it. But anyway, Central is up here making himself look like an idiot again. But I'm going to tell you this, Central. I'm going to tell you this. If you disrespect one of my brothers on that stage, and there's the Black Doctor and there's GodLogic up there, if you disrespect one of my brothers, we're going to start playing the videos of your brothers clowning you. I'm just warning you, Central. one more time. One more time. Oh, and I'm going all out on you. Just saying. I'm just letting you know.
It's going to be chapter. It's going to be book 2, chapter 17. You can control F, where Jerome says, in the Gospel according to John, where he's addressing the adulterous woman and the insertion of that whole story.
Oh, about time. Yay. So here we go. This whole argument is over the adulterous woman. And if the passage of the adulterous woman is original to the Bible or if it was added in later. And does this cause a theological discussion? All right, now we know what the textual variant is. Let's keep going.
My friend, I said Jerome's dialogue against the Pelagians, book 2.
You said his commentary on Matthew.
So it wouldn't. So
that's the other one. That's the other one.
That's the other one, Logic. Listen, you don't even know. You don't even know what you're
trying to get to what you're saying, Central. Just show us what you're looking at.
It's literally Jerome addressing the insertion of the adulterous woman story in the Gospel of John.
Okay. Wait, give me a second.
Now remember, Central said that St. Jerome says that these variants bring it changes the theology of the text. That's what Central said. So this is what we should see in the quote. That
When it says 17 there,
that this changes the theology of the text.
Well, that would be the verbatim fallacy, Logic.
No, that's what you said. Don't run away from
that. That would be the verbatim fallacy.
Wait, when it says
what book is this from, Aki?
What?
What book are you from?
This book 2.
It's not a verbatim fallacy when you made the claim, idiot. If you make the claim that Jerome says this in this article, we should be able to go to this article and read what Jerome said that you said. That's what we should do. Yeah, hey, the Zakir Nike. I know how he rolls, y'all. He's one of my good buddies, that's all. He's always at me about the Cowboys and whatnot. He's cool. All right, let's get this, though.
Yeah, on which book, though? He has many books.
Yeah, the Pelagians thing, I don't know. I see something about the woman taken in adultery, but I don't see any commentary on it.
Okay, so you have to find his commentary on that. There you go.
Yeah. It's not showing me the commentary. It's just showing me that.
Yep. So Black Doctor, be the little.
So here, Central has this little minion Mason come up to try to help him out, to try to find that quote that he was looking for, and he can't find it. He literally can't find the quote that he's looking for. So let me back up here just a second.
So you have to find his commentary on that. There you go.
Yeah. It's not showing me the commentary. It's just showing me that.
Yep. So Black Doctor, be the little nice computer nerd that you are and go find it for us. Yeah. Logic.
So because Central can't find his own source, he's going to tell Black Doctor to go find it because he knows that Black Doctor has actually studied into this and would actually know about the information about that, weirdly enough, because Black Doctor went through school for this not a Muslim discord at the time. But you getting awful close to be coming at my brother's Black Doctrine logic. I told you. I done told you, Central. One more time. You remember I said that. So you better hold that tongue of yours, Central.
Here goes. It remains to note that places that pericope, not in this gospel, but after Luke 21:38, it has been suggested that Luke 21:37 was composed to fill the gap caused by the removal of this paragraph. Probably places it at the end of John. That one Greek, MS, places it after 736, and some Georgian, MSS, after 744. The weight of evidence against the originality of the passage cannot be resisted, nor can any good reason be found why the story, supposed original, should have been omitted from so many documents or should have remained unknown to so many ecclesiastical writers.
If you've read the text, sir, it doesn't speak about Jerome at all. It's making the argument that the Pericope Adulterae is found in a multitude of different names.
Can I speak?
But it doesn't actually say that any of these authors, because it doesn't list any of them.
Can I speak?
Have theological differences.
Is that Jerome?
Can I speak? Can I speak?
Is that Jerome?
Can I speak? Can you address it?
Yeah, is that Jerome?
Did you not see the name Jerome in there?
I did. Can you put it on the screen for us?
Yep. Here you go. I'll show you Jerome in there.
So he's saying that this is a quote from Jerome. Remember, y'all, he's saying that this is a quote from Jerome stating this about the adulterous woman. So he's saying that Jerome made this statement. Is that true, though? Is that true, Logic and Black Doctor?
Look at 1, 2, 3, 4. Right before the second paragraph starts. Augustine, Ambrose, Jerome.
So it says, it is found in the Vulgate. And
No, Black Doctor. No, Black Doctor. Stop on the screen. My argument is this. According to Leviticus chapter 20, verse 10, anyone that commits adultery, their punishment is what, Logic? Death, correct? According to Leviticus 20:10, the punishment for adultery is death, specifically by stoning. Now, the New Testament claims that Jesus didn't stone the adulterous woman, which causes a problem. Now, in what you see on the screen is church fathers talking about the omission of that text from the New Testament and how it was an assertion.
No, you don't, but you're going to be shown that in a minute.
And people like Jerome, Ambrose, and Augustine speak about it. Now, Logic, I want you to address it, okay? I want you to address the part that I spoke of earlier, where it says, the weight of evidence against the originality of the passage cannot be resisted, nor can any good reason be found why the story, supposed original, should have been omitted from so many documents or should have remained unknown to so many ecclesiastical writers. It cannot have been included in the gospel at first published. What then was its origin? And what is its historical value? Go ahead.
So, Central, your argument when you first came up here, your argument was, in St. Jerome's commentary, St. Jerome says that there's manuscript differences that change the theology. That's what you brought, Central. That's what you said. That was your point. And so after asking for so long for you to bring us the source where St. Jerome says that there's theological differences in the manuscripts, you brought us this. Now watch this, ladies and gentlemen. What he just read, this is not St. Jerome's commentary. This is somebody else.
What? Logic? What? Logic? Come on, Logic. Are you saying, Logic, are you saying that Central is saying that this is Jerome's commentary, but it's not really Jerome's comment? Is that what you telling us, Logic? Now, y'all, remember, Central said that this was Jerome's commentary on this passage. Remember, he said that. So, what are you talking about, Logic? What are you talking about, Logic?
This is somebody else's commentary, ladies and gentlemen. This
What? No way. No way. Nuh-uh. No, come on, Logic. Do you think Central would lie to the Ummah? Do you think a Muslim would lie to promote Islam? Do you think that that's possible? Hello.
beautiful moron brought us somebody other than who he said he was going to bring, not St. Jerome. So now, even in this document that he brings us, not only is it not St. Jerome, but he has no reading comprehension on what he's even reading. Nowhere, even in this text. We asked for St. Jerome, but he couldn't give us that. Somebody sent him this. We asked for St. Jerome, he couldn't give us that. But even in this text, nowhere does it say that the textual variant has a theological contradiction from other manuscripts. No, come back.
Okay, so earlier he said we have no variants in our manuscripts that would change the theological, the theology of Christianity. I said, wait, no, hold on. You do. Because, and that's the reason I quoted Leviticus chapter 20, verse 10. Because according to Leviticus chapter 20, verse 10, it says, anyone who commits adultery is to be put to death, okay? Now, if Jesus breaks the Mosaic law, which Christians say that he didn't break the Mosaic law, he was their sinless lamb, he was their perfect lamb, well, that would make Jesus a sinner. Correct? Logic? Yes or no? If Jesus broke the Mosaic law, would that make him a sinner? Yes or no? The answer is yes. Anyways, so in the Gospel of John, chapter 8, you see the story of an adulterous woman who commits adultery. And what is Jesus supposed to do? He's supposed to stone her. But what does Jesus in the New Testament do? On the other hand, he lets her go. Now, scholars have argued that this has been
Whoa, 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 whoa. According to the Levitical law, was it only I want to get this answer from everybody in the text. We got about 70 people in here. I want to see everybody put a 1 or a 2. In the Levitical law, was the woman the only one to be stoned for adultery, or was it both? Put a 1 in the chat for both. Put a 2 in the chat for just a woman. So according to the Levitical law, Did both the man and the woman get stoned for adultery, or was it just the woman? Hey, it looks like us Christians over here, we know that answer. We see a lot of ones going in that chat, a lot of boths being answered. But he just said that only the woman would. Hey, maybe Central reads as good as his prophet. I'm just saying. Maybe he does read as good as his prophet. Let's get it.
Insertion to the Bible. It's something that was later added on into the Bible. Would that change the theology of Christian? Absolutely. Absolutely. It would portray Jesus as the sinless lamb, quote unquote, that he is. Now, what logic seems to realize, or fail to realize, I'm sorry, is that the first quote that I brought is from Raymond Brown, the Gospel according to John.
Oh.
Go on mute.
Raymond Brown? Raymond Brown? Who, man, did Jerome change his name to Raymond Brown? Does anybody know? Because I have heard for the last 50 minutes that this was Jerome's commentary. Now all of a sudden it's Raymond Brown's commentary. So did Jerome change his name to Raymond Brown? Or did Central done mess up? Jerome, a.k.a. Raymond Brown. There it is. Jerome Raymond Brown, right? Hey, and we don't want to disrespect Jerome because we believe that Jerome is a stand-up man, of course, right? But hey, if you Muslims think that Jerome is Raymond Brown, you probably think Jabriel's the Holy Spirit too. Hey, I am just saying. Hey, that $20 script on Central Dollar selling Jerome to Augustine to Brown. Soon it will be Imam Claus, y'all. That's right. I will be in that chain of authorship that Central Dawa is quoting very shortly. He's just adding random people into this. So all of a sudden, Raymond Brown is now Jerome, according to Central Dawa. What a complete idiot this guy is.
Go on mute. Calm down. Relax. Go on mute. It's by Raymond Brown, The Gospel According to John, New York Doubleday and Company Incorporated, 1966, pages 335 to 336. And also what I quoted is C.K. Barrett, The Gospel According to John, an introduction with commentary and notes on the Greek text, second edition, Philadelphia Press, 1978, page 589. And I'm showing him that there is actually scholars that quote these church fathers. And they say, look, this story is an insertion and is not found in our earlier manuscripts. That's the point I'm trying to make. Now, what they seem to be.
Oh, so Raymond Brown and this other guy say that Jerome says this, even though we don't see Jerome saying this. Oh, I see now.
Doing is, well, logic specifically, because he doesn't know how to argue anything regarding corruption of the New Testament. He doesn't know how to argue this. So what he's doing is he's holding me to something called a verbatim fallacy, where he wants me to find St. Jerome saying exactly these words. The corruption of the Bible leads to theological changes. Well, you're not going to find that. Just like you wouldn't find any Muslim scholar saying that. Why? Because it would debunk your entire religion. St. Jerome, being a church father, would never say that. So what do? You draw from conclusion. You look at the context, you look at what scholars have to say, and you pick out the best possible outcome. So the best possible outcome is this. According to the scholars that I quoted, which are New Testament scholars who are highly regarded in their textual criticism fields, they quote church fathers like Jerome, like Augustine, like Ambrose, and they openly admit that this story is a later assertion into the.
I'm a rookie. I was muted there for a minute. Again, these are not textual scholars that are renowned in textual criticism at all. These are simply the main scholars that Muslims quote. Because if y'all have watched Shabir Ali over the years, now I'm not going to say nothing bad about Shabir Ali because I actually like the guy, right? So I'm not going to say nothing bad about him. Hopefully I can get another discussion going with him this year. But he was one of the first ones to make Raymond Brown a popular person. So it's Shabir Ali that is quoting these men. Now, for the longest time, every Muslim out there has been throwing Shabir Ali under the bus. Are they trying to go back to the Shabir Ali arguments now? Is that what they're trying to do? So no, Raymond Brown is not considered a top textual critical scholar at all.
Gospel of John, and I've demonstrated that already. Now, whether Jerome included it in his Vulgate, that's fine. I don't care. Now, did Jerome see it as a later insertion? That's the question. I say yes, he did. Logic has to prove that no, he didn't. I say yes, he did, according to...
You have to prove that he did, idiot. See, this is the stupidity of Muslims. He's saying, I believe Jerome did. So logic has to prove that he didn't. No, sir, you have to prove that he did. You're making the positive case, you idiot.
To the scholarship that I presented. So logic has to now show that Jerome himself did not see the story of the adulterous woman in the Gospel of John chapter 8 as a later insertion, that he had manuscripts of that story in the 4th century that relate and correlate to the Bible that they have today. So I expect logic to be able to do that. Now,
we got an admission that these aren't St. Jerome's words, but he told us that he was bringing St. Jerome. Yep. So he finally admitted, guys, that he didn't bring what he promised and swore and was loud and confident about bringing. Remember all that?
Yep.
all of a sudden now it's well, I gave you guys Raymond Brown. These aren't St. Jerome's, but so what? So what? What do you mean? So what? You said that you was St. Jerome that said that within the manuscripts there are theological differences within the manuscripts in his dialogue with the whatever Black Doctor say. Say it again. Pelagians with the Pelagians, or in his commentary on Matthew. This is what you said, and so you lied about that. You're backtracking, and then now you're making another argument. And now this is his new argument now, guys. So now it's not that St. Jerome says it. Now his argument is, well, in this textual variant, you have Jesus not stoning a woman who's accused of adultery.
The very verse that Central was quoting says, if a man commits adultery with the wife of his neighbor, then both the adulterer and the adulteress shall surely be put to unalive.
Oh, so both the adulterer and the adulteress are supposed to be stoned. So, hold on a second. Remind me again. In this variant with the adulterous woman, was it both the man and the woman that was brought together, or was it just the woman?
It was just the woman, Logic. We with you, Logic. We with you, man. It was just the woman.
The woman.
Oh, it was just the woman. Then he also lied about what the law is concerning adultery. Wow. You're just stacking them up, Central. You're stacking them up. Stop. I'm only asking.
So far, Central done lied about Jerome's quote. He done lied about the one in Matthew or Luke. He done lied about the one in John. He done lied about where he got it. He done lied about the Levitical law. Man, Central, did you tell any truth? Did you tell any truth up there? Hey, y'all, this is Logic in prime action right here. This is Logic with his chef hat on. He got that suit on. He out there at the barbecue. He just a grilling. Oh, he just a grilling right now. Let's get it, Logic.
Asking you to provide what you claimed was there. So you said, St. Jerome said, there are theological differences among the manuscripts. Show where St. Jerome says it. Show it. Stop waffling and wasting our time.
Yes, Central. Show where Jerome said it. That's right. We got your back, Shake. We got your back.
If you can't bring it up, you're done with this. You're just done.
Just add.
Wallahi, you'll finish, Central. Wallahi, you'll finish if you can't bring it up.
Jerome says in his commentary on Isaiah, he says, not that the Gospels seem to contradict one another, but that the 4 evangelists have presented different aspects of history. So that would align with what Omar said. You have 4 contradicting people that narrate 4 different stories in the New Testament.
So if we want to go scholarship, that's fine. But we're focusing on what Central has argued, that the church fathers have said, that this provides a theological difference. And he has not provided proof of that. That's what I was brought up for. This is what we're asking. Central has stepped into the realm of church history, so he has to substantiate it. Can you do that, Central?
That's a misrepresentation of what I said.
Just to add on to it, Central, you said that St. Jerome said that the manuscripts variants have theological differences, not different historical aspects, but theological differences. So stop running and stop playing games with us, dude.
Actually,
seriously.
Let me also point this out, Logic. What he quoted from St. Jerome actually fits our position, that the different aspects of the Gospels, what they teach, are harmonized. They are irreconcilable differences. That's the first part of what he just quoted. Well, his own sources, his own quotations are not helping him. Central, please stop going to the realm of church history. If you're going to go into our realms, deal with it accurately, sir. That's what we're asking.
Yeah. And so with that being said, 1 John 5:7, without that being there, we have the Trinity all throughout the scripture. None of that affects the theology. None of them say that even affects the theology. We don't need 1 John 5:7, even though we have early church fathers that quotes it. We don't need 1 John 5:7 for the Trinity to be there. So Omar, focus on the discussion. Where does St. Jerome say that the variants in the manuscripts have theological differences?
First of all, it's funny that he mentioned what Emin said misquoting Jesus. If you actually watch my debate with Chris Claus, I actually asked Emin a question on his website. Emin.
What? Yeah, that's right, y'all. Chris Claus got a shout out in this one. I wasn't even in the comment section. And I got a shout out in this one. But this was the debate that I had with Omar that y'all can see on my channel. It's for members only. Yeah, oh yeah, I got name drop. That's right, Peter. That's right. The Imam got the name drop. So he's trying to say that in the debate that he had with me, he references Bart Ehrman. But the problem is that throughout the years, right, the quote that Bart Ehrman give that I read during the debate was actually in his book, Misquoting Jesus. It's actually in the pages. This was written a long time ago, right? Since then, Bart Ehrman has contradictory views to his own view. So he's contradicted his own view a few times. So really he can't be trusted if he's contradicting his own view, right? So Omar's like, oh, no. The quote that Chris Claus read, Bart Ehrman says this. Well, if Bart Ehrman says this, but he said this before, that just means that he contradicted himself. That's all. Plain and simple.
Blog.com about this exact thing, this quotation that you guys like to love to use from misquoting Jesus. I said, is this the case? And what did he say? He said, no, that is not the case. There certainly are theologically implicating verses. For example, the Pericope Adulterae. And actually, I'm obviously on vacation right now, so I haven't got the source right next to me, but you can literally, and I can bring it if you'd like. I can come back up in a few hours once I come back from my meal, or you can just watch the debate I had with Chris Claus where I literally gave the reference, okay? So it's very clear. I already gave the evidence, but Emin retracted this. He said the Pericope Adulterae specifically, I mean, the irony is hilarious, okay? He literally said the Pericope Adulterae specifically does affect theology, okay? So you cannot appeal to him when you want. And again, misquoting Jesus was a very way prior to Orthodox description of Scripture, in which he specifically offended. The only thing I will say is that logic.
All right. So there we have the discussion between logic and central. Now, there was a little bit more to that discussion, but I want to have everybody go to Sandra on TikTok and take a look at her videos there. Let me go ahead and pull her back up here. Ba-bam. So here she is. Sandra Lucero, 1717, or you can find her Sandra John 3. She has a lot of the videos here. So here's one of the videos. You got another video here, I believe. And I'm going to play this one too. So what we have is, I just want to look, because this is how Muslims, I want to show y'all how Muslims view Muslims. All right. How do Muslims view Muslims?
I ain't gonna lie, man.
Yo, don't blast Central. Don't blast Central.
Church go text me, bro.
Yo, Chet look like a bullfrog.
That's not real, bro.
Wallah, it's real.
That's not real.
Oh, he's so chopped. What a miskin. Yo, this guy he was so ripped back in 2020.
So Chad's a muskin, y'all. Chad is a muskin.
Barakallahu fiki, okay.
Wallah, have a good night. All right, look.
Wallahi, don't drop it, bro. What's the matter with you?
The dog Italian.
Don't drop that.
Yo, somebody says Central trying to flex his veneers.
Wait 1 second. There's a dog.
Anas, hold up. X, hold up. Tell her you're sorry, Anas.
No, bro.
Yeah, tell her you're sorry for dropping her, bro.
Doesn't know it's me. Relax.
What's wrong with you, dude?
I want you, Nick. Okay, so wait.
So Muslims can just drop other Muslims, and as long as they don't know it's them, we don't have to apologize. We don't gotta do that.
The mood is we're blasting Central now? That's crazy.
Oh, the mood is that we're blasting Central. So we have Anas, which is Islamic Apex on the big screen, showing these pictures. What is he gonna show next, y'all? He's saying that they're trying to blast Central. What is Islamic Apex gonna show next? No way. No way. Look at them legs. Look at them chicken legs this man's got. I didn't know that someone could get skinny pants that skinny. Come on now. Come on now, Central. Is this... Oh, this is good. Oh, come on, chicken boy. Come on, chicken boy. He has Lululemon pants on. Hey, how's that Lululemon doing there, Central? Hey, you got women's pants on, man. And y'all check this out. You got black, white gloves, probably white, and he's got these big old red shoes on. This man looks like Ronald McDonald out there on the street. Come on. Hey, Central, has nobody told you that you shouldn't be doing dawa in yoga pants? Take your Lululemons and leave them at home and be a man when you go out and do dawa, man. Come on. Come on, Central. Hey, and this isn't even us. This isn't even Christians. This is Muslims clowning Central Dawa. Muslims don't even take you seriously, you clown. Hey, Ali, Ali, you may be right. Hey, Central, did you borrow them pants from your sister before you went and done Dawa? Hey, Central, you borrowed them pants from your sister before you went and did Dawa? I know you did. Hey, let's hope your sister doesn't have to scrape the semen off the outside like Aisha did with Muhammad's clothing, though, right? Hey, we can all just hope that Central's sister doesn't have to scrape his semen off the clothing like Aisha did for Muhammad. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Hey, we wouldn't do that now. Come on now. We wouldn't do that. Because, you know, we all kind of scared of Central. We are all kind of scared of Central. Let me show you why we're all kind of scared of Central.
50 videos for you right now. Me KOing dudes. I can kick my right leg over your head.
Let's go running.
50 videos. That's right, y'all. 50 videos of this man KOing people. Hey, if this man has 50 videos of him KOing people with little chicken legs like that, I gotta see it. Oh, I gotta see it. Come on, chicken leg man. Show us how you done kick people in the head and how you knock them out, chicken leg boy. You show us how that's done, man. No, Central. How are you telling me that you done knocked out 50 people and you done got knocked over by a punching bag? How did you done knock out 50 people and you damn near got knocked over by a punching bag? Let's watch this again. He almost falls after he kicks this punching bag.
Kick my right leg over your head.
Let's go running.
Come on, Central. Come on, man. Come on. Hey, I told you. Hey, we were all scared of Central from that dangerous kick that he was displaying. Hey, that's right. Hey, Big Brother Scott, that was so fast and undeliberate that nobody would have seen that one coming. That's right. It almost would have kicked you in the knee. Hey, Big Brother Scott, he almost would have took out your knee with that kick right there. Now, with the punching bag almost knocking him over, now I'm not sure how much power that he's deriving in that kick, but I'm assuming that it was so powerful that it knocked him back from the punching bag. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Now, I went through here because I wanted to see if GodLogic finally got cooked in 2025. And I hate to put it to y'all, GodLogic didn't get cooked again. These Muslims have got to stop doing this. Come on, man. Come on, Muslims. You out there thinking that y'all cooking logic and y'all making logic a star because he's exposing your very non-knowledge of Islam and Christianity. But y'all know the imam got to drop you with a little bit of information. We can't do live streams like this without the imam dropping some information on y'all. So when it comes to the adulterous woman, the Pericope Adulterae, do we have evidence for this? The Didascalia, first half of the 3rd century, refers to it. Book 2 of the Apostolic Constitutions does as well in the 3rd century. So far, we have the Didascalia in the first part of the 3rd century that refers to it. Book 2 of the Apostolic Constitutions does as well in the 3rd century. Weirdly enough, Eusebius cites Papias, early 2nd century, possibly a disciple of John, as referring to the story about a woman accused before Jesus. What other woman was accused before Jesus? What other one? Didymus the Blind, 350 AD, referred to it directly in his commentary on Ecclesiastes. Ambrose preached on it around 375 AD, saying that it caused offense to be unskilled. He mentioned the tradition which appears in much earlier art that Christ wrote in the dust, earth accuses earth. So this is a tradition from early Christians that Christ wrote in the dust. What other time did he write in the dust? I'm just saying. And Cuprium, I'll add all of this into the comments afterwards, into the description. Now we have Jerome, just after 400 AD, said it was with many Greek and Italian manuscripts. So Jerome actually said that the Greek and Italian manuscripts actually had the adulterous woman. That's what Jerome said. And used it as authoritative in his rebuke to the Pelagians. In the exact same one that he was trying to reference. Wow, eh? You don't use a passage to refute an error if its authority is in question. You use a different passage. And Jerome used this one. Why would Jerome use this as a passage to refute something if it was an error? If he didn't believe that it truly belonged in the Bible, why would he use it as a refutation? He wouldn't have. Vaticanus has a diacritical mark, a mark that some scribes used to show that they were aware of an alternate text at a particular point. The Vaticanus excludes the account, but its scribe apparently knew it well enough to indicate its existence. That's right. Jerome affirmed it. Jerome didn't deny it. And these Muslims are up there saying that Jerome says this. Oh, Jerome says that. Jerome ain't say nothing that you said. He ain't say nothing that y'all said. So again, from the evidence that we have, yes, we do believe that the adulterous woman is original to the scriptures. If Muslims want to say that textual variants are the reason that the Bible is corrupted, now, some Muslims will make that statement. Some Muslims are dumb enough to say that certain textual variants in the New Testament actually cause a corruption. Some are that dumb. Not all, but some. So here, let me take a look at, I just want to put on the screen here a little bit of what the Quran is here. Let me go ahead and get that into the big screen here for you. So what we have here, y'all, is Surat al-Tawbah from a manuscript, the Sanaa lower script, and the standard Quranic text. Everything in red is a textual variant. A textual variant. So, if textual variants determine that a text is corrupted, oh, you better done throw your Quran under the bus now. Throw it under the bus. That's all I got to say there. So we ain't going to talk textual variants with Muslims because they need to address their textual variants before they address ours. Hey, Salam al-Masih, Cuprium Industries Incorporated. He says, GD night, good night, y'all. Looking forward to those texts. All right, man. Yeah, I'll definitely have them in the description when you wake up tomorrow. They should be in the description. All those references, you can take a look at them and know that the Muslims have been lying up there on the stage. And we ain't going to stand for it. They can throw their scholars under the bus, but they ain't throwing our scholars under the bus. If they're going to quote our scholars, oh, they better quote them correct. Hey, and I just want to leave this off. Avery. This is a message to you, Avery. Did you really have to whip Central that bad? I know you did. I know you did, brother. Very good job in that beating you give that clown. And with saying that, y'all, that will conclude another live stream from One Way Apologetics. Because, hey, you only got about another hour and that football game's starting. And if y'all haven't been on TikTok, I think the word nigh is live right now. So let's go over and show that man some love. And with saying that, I'll end the live stream the same way I normally do. There is only one God, and that is the true triune God of Scripture. Abortion is murder, and there's only one way to paradise, y'all. That is through our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. God bless everyone.